Hello, hello. Hello, dear student. My voice is audible. Please confirm me. Please confirm me. Hello. Please confirm me. So all good? Like everything is audible or any issue? My voice is audible now, Bubbly? So all good? Like everything is audible or any issue? My voice is audible now? Yes, yes, now it's audible. Chaliye. So very good evening, dear student. Today we are going to see about 15th July. Today we are going to see about 15th July. Odisha specific newspaper analysis. So if you want other newspaper analysis, I am doing it in morning. So at 9 a.m. around 9 a.m. it can be 8:30 to 8:30 p.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. You can watch the Hindu newspaper analysis. You will get analysis of all the detailed newspaper. But here we are going to do about the Odisha specific newspaper analysis. So you can scan our QR code to download our application. From there you will get all the PDF of not the today newspaper, all past newspaper available there. So there is a particular button called OPSC Courts. Within that you will find everything. And you can download our applications to join our test series as well. So prelims test series, we are providing very nominal fees. So first important news of the day. So next 27 hours is crucial. The AIIMS doctor. So recently we have seen that the girl from that, the FM university is died. So this is a very sad incident. So after that, governor and everyone is asking the submission of the report so that we can find what are the reason for such mishappening, and we need to take strict actions to prevent such action in the future. So what are the legal provisions that we can use to prevent sexual harassment at the workplace? So there is an act called POSH, Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act 2013. So this act provide for establishment of internal complaint committee. So this internal complaint committee consisting of the women. So this internal complaint committee is having the power of civil court. So if any sexual harassment report that can be filed by any woman to this committee, they'll conduct investigation. And on the basis of this investigation, so they can further recommend whether the filing of FIR or quitting of that. So what happened in this incident? So after the complaint to the ICC, that is Internal Complaint Committee, so they are instead of complaining, they have simply tried to silence this complaint. So because of that, and this lady, the victim who are suffering, so found no options to ventilate the grievances, so left with no option but to commit the suicide. So you have to understand, if some people are involved in the suicide, so that means what kind of pressure that our society is putting those who are victim. Instead of supporting them, we are just simply stigmatize them. So if if our society is committing that kind of negativity and tarnishing the image of the lady, so that is what very wrong thing. So we need to create awareness among the society. We need to, if you want to promote bad image, then you need to promote bad image of the culprit, not the victim. Okay. So next is recently our president attend the convocation ceremony of AIIMS Bhubaneswar. So their president talked about create awareness about obesity, depression. President asked the doctors. So President Draupadi Murmuji Monday said depression and obesity became matter of concern because very alarming rate we are seeing the rising the instances of both obesity as well as the depression. So fifth convocation of AIIMS Bhubaneswar, Murmu said that apart from the medicine, awareness is also necessary to treat the depression. Therefore, medicine is one part of that, but ultimately to treat all these diseases, we need to create lot of awareness. Okay? Lifestyle changes can provide mental peace. Yoga, pranayam can be helpful to treat all these things. Okay? So just read that. Next is suffering in silence. So harassment on campus often gone on notice. So in our college there are reported instances of sexual harassment within the college campus, but we are not listening to that and we are simply suppressing that voice. So ultimately that is the reason for rising this violence against the women. So you can see about the self-immolation of bid by the second year BD student in Fakir More Autonomous College in Baleshwar has triggered a storm of protest, grief and rage across the Odisha student and parent community, because parents, they've sent their children for education. If some children is committing suicide, that means there is a very severe issue in our education system. So we need to rectify that. So the alleged cause, the persistent harassment by an assistant professor and administrator reported inaction despite prior complaints. So first of all, the HOD or the assistant professor is culprit, in this case, and despite repeated complaint, but college authority are not taking any action. This is also a serious concern. Source confirmed that victim has informed principal earlier about the appropriate behavior from the assistant professor, but no substantial action have taken. So student expressed deep sorrow, fear, calling the incident both traumatic and symptomatic, and systemic failure are ensuring women's safety in education institute. So you can see about what kind of problem women are facing. So I am expecting a case study maybe ask in your OPSC also. Okay, so you need to know about, let's say you are the you can say SDM or DM a particular area, this kind of incident happen regularly in your locality. So what kind of awareness or what kind of step you are going to take to tackle this kind of problem. So you need to know about all these things, what step taken by the government, so that you can take appropriate action. A student of BJP college said that the self-immolation is not a decision anyone take lightly. Yes, that is the fact. It is a gravest and most tragic step that one student reaches only when she drowned in despair, feeling every door around is shut. So her family, her student, institution, her friend, her society, all close when the weight of the society same choke her spirit, and when no one stand beside her, she seems no way but to end her life. So we have to understand that when some person is taking such a harsh step, so what are the reason behind that? Okay? So it is the failure of our society. When someone suffering from this mental depression, it is our society. We need to help that person. So it is a failure of our society. Okay? So next is law minister vowed to stern action against the Kangaroo Court. So we know that this is the way the tribal area, they are punishing anyone violate their social tradition. They have to plow the field. So law minister said that we need to take action against those who are involved in this action. So no need to go in detail. So you can just study that. It can be prejudice, stereotype, lack of education, all these things. You can give example in your mains answer writing. So next is FM student dies, principal held. So already we have discussed this issue. Here government seek report on IC in 24 hours. So the state higher education department Monday issue urgent directive to all public, private university and degree college to comply with provision of sexual harassment of women at workplace Act 2013. Already I have discussed with you. So in a notice signed by the higher education deputy director Rajat Kumar Mansingh. So that means all the institute have to establish internal complaint committee within 24 hours, so that any violation of sexual harassment at workplace should be take very strict action. Okay. Next important news is Hungary Bamsadhara grabble of land farmer livelihood. देखो what happening. Bamsadhara river, it go on meandering. So let's say this year it is flow like that, but in next year it is flowing like that. So in that case it is capturing all the fertile lands and destroying the productivity, or you can say the land of the farmer. So not only do it unforgiving water it of the riparian farmland, but meandering Bamsadhara also turned into farmer sorrow by redrawing the border between them and their livelihood. Okay? So this is what the issue farmer are facing. So large swath of agricultural land in Gajpati district of district being steadily consumed by the Bamsadhara owing to the change in course of the river. Because of its course is randomly changed each and every year, so it is damaging to the agricultural productivity and agricultural land. Okay? So just read that. Apart from this information, nothing much important. So next is in Odisha, we are seeing no, number of elephant are being died because of electrocution. So what happening? People, they erected electric fence around their agricultural field, and this electric fence, they are connected to the supply. So in case elephant come in contact with this fence, so they are electrocuted and died. So that is a very grave and severe situation. So we need to take very strict action, and at the same time, we need to create a lot of awareness among the people, so that people will understand that why conservation of elephant is very essential. And it is also government to make sure that timely compensations to a farmer in case of damage to their crop. Then only we can see there is a win-win situation. Why people are killing this elephant? Because they are fearful that if elephant damage their crop, they'll let their income will be spoiled, they'll not get any money, and they'll not get any return of their hard work. If government promise that if elephant cause any damage, we'll pay you compensation, then there is no chance of any death of elephant. So this is what step we can suggest in examination to prevent any human animal conflict. So next is Sandhya break the gender barrier as Odisha first woman government driver. So here you can talk about how stereotypes can be prevented, how the Sandhya can be a role model. Generally, it is believed that the driver role is meant or reserved for the main, but Sandhya break that taboo and currently became the first woman. Okay? So this is what nothing more than important. So you need to know this example to give example in your ethics answer. And electrocution. Then Bamsadhara River, you have to map the Bamsadhara River and origin of the Bamsadhara River, and Bamsadhara River passing through which place. The next about this recent rising instances of violence and crime against the women. So this can be a very good question. So it can be asked in your mains. Recently, we have seen there are increasing instances of violence against the women. So what is the reason for such rising violence, and what kind of step what kind of steps should be taken to counter this kind of violence? So this can be a very good question. So next, here it can be used to ask a question, how social tradition or blind belief affecting the delivery of the criminal justice system. These courts like Kangaroo Courts or family Kha Panchayat, they don't have any authority, but still they are influencing the society, they are penalizing people. So, and it is also creating a lot of trouble for the people also. I think this is all about the today newspaper. So not much information available. So dear student, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and please do share this link with your friend. And if you have any suggestion, please comment in the comment box. Your suggestion are always welcome. Okay, dear student, we'll have to end here. Chaliye, bye bye, good night.